Hello. Weather report. Beautiful and sunny fortune. Good humor, extra luck. Spool. Place cloth or dyed clothing in the feed and materials in the spool to begin tailoring. Oh. Materials, eh? What materials? You usually put yarn in the... Let's try this. Cloth. Okay, what materials are you'll make? Nobody knows. A shirt. An ugly shirt at that. Hey, but wait. No, I only need glasses. No, I thought I would look kind of like, you know. But no. I enjoy my good old shirt here. It's black shirt. Doesn't fit. I'll give it to, the lady. She might appreciate it. That's not where I kept. Okay, but today's theme, and I thought this was a grand idea just a moment ago. Now I'm not so sure about it. Today's idea is that I thought, how would I make these videos a little more engaging? Often I come to this just to play the game, because that's interesting to me, but how do I make it interesting to you? And I had an idea that, well, how do I grow an community? And I was reminded of a little bit of a scientific study from years back. Now, of course, I don't have very many options to open up a separate site, but I think I'm gonna do the questions that make you fall in love with other people, apparently, scientifically. Well, so they increase the likelihood, because they are the questions that matter. So I won't have to come up with something to talk about, or something meaningful to talk about. The computer will do it for me. Science will do it for me. Yay, science! Go science, eh? So, I guess I'll open it on my phone, though I am recording also on my phone, so hopefully that won't bother you people too much. Questions to fall in love. The 36 questions that lead to love, the New York Times. Please don't be paid. Reject all cookies. Yeah, I don't want to log in. Here we go. Given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest? Jesus. Well, I don't mean Jesus literally. Though that would be pretty interesting. If, ask Jesus, are you really the guy? Well, I mean, I'm not much for one-on-one conversations. I don't know who I would have my accidental answer might actually be pretty good, because who would I want to have a conversation with? Like, anyone in the world, alive or dead or whatever. I guess I could if it's possible, I could have a conversation with a person from the future and maybe get some useful knowledge from the future, like advance our scientific development, but I assume that that's not really what the idea is, though that would be beneficial for humanity. I don't really want to necessarily meet anybody myself. You know, and Jesus would be pretty interesting finally, you know. If he is true, we will finally find out if it's actually real what they say. I ought to take up fishing, seeing as how close the river is. It's not that close. To the town, thank you. But you know, Jesus or somebody from the future who knows their stuff. Process geodes. Well, next question. Would you like to be famous? In what way? Would I like to be famous? In a way, yes. But not by myself. I don't want people to... Oh, what's that? Neptunite. I don't necessarily want Barut. Oh, interesting stuff. I don't necessarily want people to know who I am or where I'm from or what I look like, but I would like to certainly have an audience to engage with. Talk to, you know, like I'm doing right now. So I'm not necessarily like millions of people, no. Like even 100 dedicated viewers would be quite cool. Not from Gunter. Wow, this library has really become great. Thanks to your help. Thanks a bunch. Aww. Oh, why would you leave that outside though? That's kind of weird. Okay. Undo. I found a bunch of stuff. This is gonna get me a reward. No. I assumed, I wished. It doesn't seem like you have anything. Okay. So yeah, that will be quite fun, I think. Before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say and why? Do I? No, I don't make many telephone calls, and I certainly don't rehearse that much. I mean, I try to remember what are the things that I'm going to ask. Everyone seems a little having a yes. We already know this. No, like, of course, like, I try to, if I have to, like, call the doctor, like, I try to remember what are the things that I'm going to ask the doctor. But anything aside that, not necessarily. Sorry. What would constitute a perfect day for you? One sec, I gotta beat this level. The frogs aren't very happy in winter. Poor little guys. Yeah, I was trying to find Emily. Well, I have a little bit of a headache right now. How's it going, Shane? I'm surprised that you're still trying to make friends with me. Haven't I been rude enough yet? I mean, you kinda have. Oh, Evelyn, take my boring shirt. Oh, I can. Do you know how to cook bean hot pot? I like that dish quite a bit. It's hard to get fresh ingredients in the winter, huh? The only good thing about winter is that I get to sleep more. Why? I like at least 10 hours sleep. Well, that's actually alright amount of sleep. You should probably... 8 hours is... that's like the bare minimum I'd like to get. I should go to sleep earlier, but man, the evening is always just a calm time. You don't feel like you have to be doing anything like going outside or I don't know. When it's sunny outside and I don't know, there's stuff going on, you feel like, at least I feel like I should go outside. Copper, useless. Okay, perfect day. Well, perfect day for me. I'm not qualified to answer that because I haven't experienced that many days in my life, but I will say a day that I remember for the rest of my life because of how fun it was. That might sound boring, but it is what it is. Can I sell the shirt? No. Ugh. Fine, I'll put it in the semi-trash bin, I guess. When did you last sing to yourself or someone else? Well, actually it was just yesterday. I could do it right now, but I won't because my head is slightly hurting and I don't feel like it. If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or the body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of my life, which one would I want? Well, I'm assuming like a healthy 30-year-old. You know, you don't have, like some people do get lots of all kinds of diseases when they're 30, so I'm assuming like a, you know, basically you're at the peak. Well, probably the mind, I guess. What am I gonna do with the body of a 30-year-old? If I'm losing my mind. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate my body, but the thing controlling the body, if it goes insane, I'm just gonna be thrown into the loony bin and then they will have difficulty constraining me because I have the body of a 30-year-old instead of a weak old grandpa. Do you have a secret hunch about how you will die? No, and I prefer not to think about that when I'm at this age. I hope I die old. Well, I don't hope. If I'm going to die, I hope I will be old and happy. Name 3 things you and your partner have in common. Appear to have in common. I don't have a partner. I don't have anything in common with my partner because I don't have a partner. For what in your life do you feel most grateful for? Ooh, that's a hard one. I feel grateful for a lot of things. And honestly, I don't like to rank things because that just feels wrong. I don't know how much stuff has contributed. Like I think I'm grateful for just so many things. I'm not gonna. I refuse to put something first. You can't force me, okay? You just can't. It's the same like, what's your favorite food? Well, I'm not gonna answer that. It changes from day to day. One day I might be glad that I am so healthy. The other day I will be happy that I had such good parents or have such good parents. And ranking them just feels wrong on a level that I can't really explain. Okay, sorry that my screen went black. If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be? I'm not qualified to answer that. Because I'm not a parent. And honestly, parents' life is hard. They don't... And I've enjoyed my life so far. Nothing's gone wrong. I think if one thing I could have more of, it would be my father's approval. And my mother's approval for that matter, but mostly my father's approval. He's the type of guy who really doesn't show his appreciation or... well, not necessarily approval, but my father's... what's the word for it? My father's... encouragement. You know, saying, you did good. I don't think my father disapproves of what I am or what I do. At least the parts that he knows of. I don't know about the rest of it. I hope I don't do anything that will greatly make him disappointed. But I would like to have gotten more encouragement. I still do. He's not very good at that. Neither am I. So I guess you gotta preach what you gotta do what you preach or whatever. Man, I'm hungry. This slime looks different than the rest of the slime. Is this just a regular slime or is this a new type of slime? Don't know. What else could I say about everything? Oh, strange bun, that's very useful. Yeah, I think that would be my answer. But then again, I am the person that I am today because of everything that has led up to this point so far. So, trying to change anything, it doesn't really feel like a good idea. And that's just the truth of the matter. Okay, next question. Sorry, I had to pause because my screen keeps going black. I'm gonna skip the next part. Take 4 minutes to tell your partner your life story in as much detail as possible. Or am I gonna? Well, I guess I'll try. I mean, it's just no. That would I would have to reveal more than I want to. If you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be? Well, I think I've talked about this. It will probably have to be the steely will that I talked about in a previous episode. That would be quite useful for many reasons detailed in my talk back then. So if you have been watching, then you should know what I'm talking about. It's okay if you haven't. I appreciate that you're here now. If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know? life is ours to choose. I don't think I'm myself or anything else. I don't really want. I'm so comfortable with where I am right now that I don't think I want any answers to anything. Life's just good as it is. What can I say? Is there anything, or is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time? Why haven't you done it? Oh man, there's plenty of things that I've dreamt of doing for a long time. I think it's mostly because I always lose the motivation. Kinda like with YouTube, I sometimes just lose the motivation to do anything. And right now I'm just talking to myself, right? Or maybe there's somebody watching. Hello, how is your day? Have you considered liking and subscribing, you know? You're asking me to change the status quo, and I don't really feel like I necessarily want to change that. What happens right now happens. I can't see the future being that doom and gloom that I would necessarily want to know about it. Starting tomorrow, a traveling merchant fleet will dock at Pelican Town for the yearly night market. The market starts at 5 PM and will be in port for the next 3 days. Oh, please visit the beach after 5 PM to join the festivities. There's free coffee. I don't really like coffee, but in this game it does give you a nice status boost, I guess. Is there? Oh yeah. Is there something? Well, I wanted to I wanted to make a ship out of wood. I wanted to. I have many wishes, but mostly a lot of it is down to not having the tools, the right tools for the job. And some of it is just because. Some of it is just because I've lost interest or motivation. What is the greatest accomplishment of my life? I mean, so far it probably has to be getting into university, I guess. That I worked hard for that, and it was not obvious that I would make it. So yeah. What do you value most in a friendship? Huh. I guess I could clump a lot of these terms into one. Stability. Once I have a good friend, I like that the person I know doesn't change too terribly much. And that they will be loyal, to say so. Because once I've met a friend, I don't make friends with just anybody. So when the friendship began, I valued something about that person, and if that thing changes, it's not stable, to say, in a manner of speaking, I guess. What is your most treasured memory? Huh. I don't think I'm gonna say that. I have many memories, a lot of which I really like. And it's kinda like it's the same thing as asking me to rate one of my favorite foods or something like that, or the same as choosing, like, it's kinda like choosing your favorite child. Yeah, you might have a favorite child, but oh, seriously, okay. But you won't admit that, or you refuse that, I don't know. You refuse the idea that you would have a favorite, because that just seems not cool. Okay, next question, please. What is my most terrible memory? It has to be, I think it has to be one of the 3 dogs that I've lost. I think the most recent one has to be the most terrible because it's the most fresh. I remember crying for hours when I heard that the poor lad had to be put down. She had a fault in her kidneys that caused her to... Well, it meant that she would die. And that week was just... In the end, that week helped, I think, because I knew it would go... Well, it wasn't a week, I don't know how long it was. I think it was nearly a month after we've learned that it will just... There was nothing to do, it will just happen. But... yeah, I guess that speaks something about my life, that, you know, many people have those types of experiences, but... And it's a part of life, so I guess that's a good thing that my worst memory is something that just is a fact and will happen, no matter how much you dislike it. If you knew that in 1 year you will die suddenly, would you change anything about the way you're living now? Why? I don't know, I would probably just want it to be over with. the anxiety of not getting enough done. But I don't really like to... I guess I'm slightly superstitious in that way, kind of like you're not supposed to say you're not supposed to say there's a bear in the woods, because then the bear will come. We'll see 1 year from now, I guess. I think I will just set up my life so that I could leave everything I've done behind for people who are interested in whatever I've done. I guess that would make killer views. Oh, I'm gonna die a year from now. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah, like knowing that, you know, my life would be cut so short that I don't know. What would I do? I don't know. What does friendship mean to you? Didn't we already kinda answer this? Well, friendship means that you will... I guess I'm gonna borrow something that I heard another person say in the past. And that is... What? I left the Omnigeos at home. My god. I'm gonna borrow something that I heard another person say, and I guess it's being there for the other person whenever they need you, and vice versa. Oh, would you look at that? Penny's handwriting. I want to get everyone something they love. Mom, parsnip, glazed yams. Oh, I guessed that. No beer. Fair jazz, fairy rose, plum pudding, Vincent, pink cake, grape, Mr. Mulner, leek and fried mush. Ooh. Granny Mulner, beet and tulip. Aha! Leek and fried mushroom. That's very interesting. Let me just... Yeah, what roles do love and affection play in my life? Well, aren't they kind of like... well, love and affection show themselves in multiple different ways. So I would almost say that it's kind of everything. In everything I do. That barely did anything. I bet this place will close soon unless I go in. Hi. It's always sunny here, even in winter. Actually, it's a little hot for my tastes. My delicate skin burns quickly in the sun. An ornamental plant that changes with each season. It doesn't need to be water. Shirt. A wearable shirt. Large brown couch. I will be back for that sometime. I don't know, for some reason I like it. Beat. Ruba. My dad told me an anecdote, I guess. That in movies they will tell people to repeat Ruba, and when they wanted to simulate chatter. And when enough people would be saying that, it would sound like people would be talking in the background. Ruba. Interesting, isn't it? Okay, sorry, Pam. Alternate sharing something you consider positive characteristics of your partner. Share a total of 5 items. Well, you're gonna have to do that for me, I guess. I don't know. There's too many of you. You're a collective. Okay, I'm gonna say something about the collective. The collective can be smart. It can be funny. It can be influential. It can be a force for good. And last but not least, it can be. Did I say it can be useful? And it's nice to have lots of friends, or something like that. I don't know. Fried mushrooms. Can I do that? Fried mushrooms. No. Plum pudding. Somebody liked that. I don't remember who. Spaghetti. Okay. Well, one last thing about the internet. I would say you have made your you facilitate friendships, whatever that means. How close and warm is your family? Do you feel your childhood was happier than most other people's? Yeah, I actually do. I had a very nice childhood. I'm kind of, in a way, still living that nice childhood, so that's extra, I guess. I can always get more of those. That's one big hazelnut. Sure is. Crystal fruit. I wonder what the dark essence sells for. Yeah, I'm quite close to all my immediate family. Extended family, not so much. I mean, immediate family, I mean probably my grandpa and grandma from my father's side. My mother's side lives in Belgium. Oh, somebody's calling me. Sorry about that.